Rockeyez would like to welcome Jmann, Mushroomhead. Hey, man, what's going on?
Just hanging out, man. How you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing great, doing great. Winter's coming, but I still feel warm and happy. So,
there you go.
You know, tell me a little bit, The Righteous and the Butterfly. When that came out, I mean, you guys hit #1 on a lot of charts, and you being in the music industry for, quite a bit of time, I guess you have to be innovative and, learn different things to conquer the charts, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I think on this record, the most crucial thing to us was just being true to ourselves, getting back to the original sound, getting back to what the band initially started with. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't think we were chasing the charts. I think we just put out a record, and fortunately, we have a strong enough fan base that believes in us that actually bought the record. So that they're the ones that put us on the charts.
Right.
I mean, we made the record we need to make, but the reason we're on the charts, that's because of the fans, and we want to thank them for that.
Cool. Now with 3 singers in the band and stuff like that, and is that more enjoyable to you than actually doing it all on your own?
In a weird way, yeah, it kind of is. It's kind of like it's almost like approaching music like it's a movie, you know what I mean? And it's like, a lot of bands, they've got one singer, and it's, sometimes, to make a great movie, you need, other characters to be a part of it,
Right.
to get that image across. And I think the 3 of us bring something very different to the table. I don't think it's like a redundant thing where we step on each other and we just do the same thing. It's like we're 3 different, varied approaches
Right.
to making music. So I think that lends to more of a cinematic feel, to where it feels more like a cast,
Right.
instead of a solo artist.
Great. Yeah, I can really feel that, because sometimes bands that have been around a while, and I mean, the singer's legendary and stuff, but you're saying, I wish someone else would, maybe step up to the mic and give it a shot too,
Yeah.
So
that's what I always loved about the Temptations. They'd have three different lead singers,
Right.
depending on who served the song better. And I guess that's our approach, is to serve the song.
Right.
Who's strongest in the lead spot, and how can we accent you? How can we build everyone up? Make this song count.
Right.
And that was the coolest thing. I'll be honest, I was a little apprehensive going in, worried about ego and people fighting over who gets to be where.
Right.
And while we were making this record, it became really obvious, I think, to everyone. Obviously Skinny produces the record, but even to the singers, we knew where we each belonged in the song, and we knew how to better the song in our spots, and how to build each other up as well. And not only that, but we wrote parts for each other. It was literally 3 singers working in unison. It was truly a team, of singers. So, and we worked together from the writing of it, performing it, just deciding what worked where. It was great.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, even for myself, if I was a singer and I was on stage with 3 other singers, when someone took the lead, I'd be standing back saying, "Man, that's really kick-ass." I love that, and I guess you guys feel the same way when someone else steps up and really belts it out. It's a unit. That's a good part.
Absolutely. And then, especially in the live show, us being such a visual band,
right,
it also gives us breaks in between singing to do something, more physical or more active or more visual.
Right.
And it all goes into the show.
Right. Now, when you did your solo album and stuff like that, how much different, I guess the approach was compared to Mushroomhead?
Which band is that? I've done so many records.
I guess it's your last solo album that you did?
The Pitch Black Forecast record?
Right, yeah.
Oh, that one. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I call it a solo record. Obviously, we're a band.
Right.
It's something I do with Gene Hoglan. He's in Testament now. he's been in like tons of my favorite bands. He's been like a musician I've looked up to since I was a kid. Like,
right.
He was in Dark Angel and Death and Fear Factory and Testament. And, you know, I mean, the guy's resume is just unbelievable. And the fact that we're friends and actually have a band together is pretty exciting.
Right.
But, yeah, that was just something I always wanted to, like, I never thought I really went out and I tried to make a lot of different kind of records.
Right.
And, you know, I've made everything from a hip-hop record to a funk record to a hardcore record to, you know, everything. And it was like, I really wanted to attack metal with that record. Like,
right.
You know, just kind of go back to the old, like, kind of thrash and breakdowns and like, you know, everything I kind of grew up with. So that's what that was. And then I just got a bunch of my friends that I met through touring, to be on it. Like, you know,
right.
Matt from Avenged Sevenfold's on it. Randy from Lamb of God is on it. Devin Townsend's on it. Seaman Furnace from Ringworm's on it. One of my favorite hardcore bands. So, like, yeah, it was just a pleasure. It was just it was something just I wanted to kind of do as like an exercise and just make a record with my friends.
Cool. Now, do you feel lucky or blessed that you know, you actually get to do something you love instead of like bagging groceries at the store?
Yeah, you know, it's a blessing and a curse. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's a tough way of life, put it that way. But at the same time, if you could live your life on your terms,
right.
that is like priceless. So.
Right. Wow. Yeah, you have anything coming up in the future right now? I know you have a tour in November with a Full Devil Jacket, and then in December you go out with Irma and Unsaid Fate.
Yeah, that's going to probably wrap up the year, and then, you know, we're going to probably work in, like, the early winter months, like January and February. We starting to edit footage from, like, the last year. It's just been insane.
Right.
We did Soundwave in Australia, like a huge festival. We obviously did Mayhem here in the States, and we've been on tour all year, so we've just accumulated footage. We're probably going to put together, like, a DVD or maybe a Blu-ray.
Right.
Volume 3 for Mushroomhead, and then we've also got like a bunch of leftover songs from the last Mushroomhead record that I think we might put out like an EP this year.
Cool.
Of like 4 or 5 of the leftover songs from that.
Cool. Now, when you do videos and stuff, is that enjoyable to you, or is it just a hassle?
Well, you know, it's one of those things that, like, when it's done, it's enjoyable.
Right.
But, like, making them is usually a hassle.
Yeah.
It's a lot of time on a set, especially when you're dealing with a group with, like, you know, there's 9 of us. So
right.
Getting everyone there, it's just, you know, scheduling the whole bit. It's a bit of a headache, but in the long run, it's always worth it. So we're grateful for that.
Right. Is there any special things that Mushroomhead asks for on their tour rider when they're out?
No, not really. I don't think anything special. I know a big thing on a tour bus with 9 guys is socks. So yeah, socks are on the rider, and you know, we're trying to keep it clean and breezy out there.
Right. Wait, like I watched a couple of interviews with you on YouTube this morning and stuff like that, and you know, people, you know, DJs or whatever, and they're always asking about the family and stuff like that. Do you get tired of that?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, I was just thinking maybe, you know, how many times did I answer this, and now I got to answer it again, and, you know, stuff like that. But I guess, you know, you just flow with it, huh?
Well, you know, it's just like meeting anybody. It's a conversation,
right.
And you know, everyone, you know, it's the easiest way to get to know people. It's like, let's get through the tough stuff first. You know,
right.
That's fine. So, yeah, if you want to ask me about Slipknot or whatever, I'm cool to talk about that,
right.
Man, because it's just, you know, the more people communicate, the better it is, I think, and the more rumors get squashed. So,
right.
Anything you want to ask.
Right. Hey, do you have any feelings towards, you know, the future of our country and the direction it's going in?
I'll be honest with you. The direction of our country scares me a little bit. You know, and not to get on a political tirade
right.
or anything, but I really think that I think before we can point fingers at governments or legislation, I think we got to look at ourselves a little bit. I think we've all gotten a little bit lost in technology, or the internet, or Facebook, or video games, or fast food, or whatever the fuck it is that's taking our focus off our future.
Right.
Because we're basically just being placated, pacified, and spoon-fed whatever ignorant shit will keep our mind off the real shit. So that scares me. I hope that we all, as a whole, me included, wake up soon. Right,
true. Tell me, do you have any competitions on the tour bus? When you're riding from place to place, do you play video games? Any kind of competition?
No, I think when you're dealing with so many people on a bus, this last run we had 13 guys on a bus. It's like you can't survive like that. There's no alpha shit going on or anything. It's like everyone's got to cooperate and accommodate one another. Otherwise, it does get difficult. And when it gets there, then you'll find out who the alpha is. Definitely
cool. Well, Jmann, it was fantastic talking to you, and I wish you the best.
Thank you.
And hopefully I get to see you live in the future, like maybe next year or stuff like that. So
that sounds good, man. We definitely hope to be out back in Jersey.
Cool. Oh, great. Hopefully not during the winter.
Yeah, there you go.
But congratulations. Would you like to say anything to the fans out there?
I just want to thank everyone for the support and say, how much Mushroomhead appreciates their fans. Everyone that's been to us through this 21 years now. It's amazing and flattering, and humbling, and it's an honor. And we just want to thank you so much.
Cool. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
All right. Take care, brother.
Bye-bye.